A question that many people ask me when they start the work together with me is like, what are we actually going to do? How are you going to help me if I come to see you? And one of the things that we do is, we sit and talk about what's going on in your life. But another exercise that I very often do is chair work. And this comes from Gestalt psychotherapy. And I thought, inspired by the question, that I get so often from you guys, like, how are you actually going to help me? I thought, let's shoot some videos to explain the different things that I do during the sessions. So what exactly is chair work? So I've been a little bit, creative and playful here. But in chair work, you have to think about us putting different kind of chairs inside of the room, and every chair or pillow in this case, as you can see here on my left, represents a different part of you. So if you have a decision to make, for example, should I try to get a promotion? Should I change careers? Should I stay in this relationship? Why am I still single? What is going on around that? Why can't I find someone? Would I like children or not? Would I like to stay in this city or this country? Or would I like to move? Like all types of big decisions that we find sometimes very, very difficult to make, and that we can't seem to find our truth, are being kind of played out in this way. So we take the different positions, the different parts of you that might have different views. And that's one of the reasons that we are blocked, is because all these parts of us have a different opinion or a different view, and then we get stuck because they kind of block each other out. So this is, for example, the part of me that is very relaxed, with a little hippie van, and it's full of trust and full of safety, and it believes that everything will work out and that we should just do what our hearts is kind of desiring. So we're looking at the thoughts and the actions and behaviors and the emotions and the things that are going on in our body and the beliefs that are related to this part of ourselves. But we might have another part that is not relaxed at all, that's kind of rather small and overwhelmed and scared, and I don't know, wants to maybe, like this, hide a little bit, and has got kind of no clue how to approach it or what to do, or is afraid to be rejected or afraid to be found not good enough, or worried about the future, and it's really quite not so sure. So that part is not that confident at all. And then we might have another side of us that's very critical or impatient, that says, get on with it, have you still not found that new job? Are you still kind of, not managing, and you're not going to get it anyway, and, you're not good enough, and you're too old, or too this or too that. Nobody wants you anymore, and you're gonna fail, and, I told you so, and all kinds of really unkind, unpleasant kind of shouting in your own head towards yourself, telling you that you're failing, and that you should be embarrassed about yourself, and all kind of this unpleasant stuff, and I took this funny little creature here to represent it. But what we will do in the session, if we would actually let you move. So instead of these kind of images, we would let you sit in the place of you that is kind of insecure, and the part of you that is full of trust, and the part of you that is quite angry. And in that way, we let them have a dialogue with each other. So this conflict that is normally happening in your head, at times where you actually want to try to get some sleep, or actually want to try to get something done. And then these voices starts to talk and say all these different things. And instead of letting it play out in our heads and kind of keeping us stuck, we're going to get to know these different positions, these different polarities, these different aspects of ourselves. And we're going to do some role play and some chair work to understand these different sides. And I'm always a bit smiling when I introduce this to people, because it all sounds a bit funny and weird and very, very different and alien, and like, oh my God, do I have to then go and sit there and kind of, tell me how much I do not believe in myself or how much I do believe in myself. And people always smile a bit at the beginning, but then it's like, okay, I trust you, you've studied for this stuff, so let me give it a try. And let me tell you, people always find it extremely insightful. So if you do want to give it a shot, feel free to come along, or just give me a call so I can explain a little bit more about it. And either way, I wish you well and take good care of yourself. And we might see each other in person one day. Take care. Bye bye.